I'm taking the strap. I'm strapped up.
What's happening? What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. We're back again, another week. It's episode 59 of the SZN Podcast you're joining us for. I'm your host, Kam.
I'm your boy, Flowz.
And once again, before we kick off proceedings, please make sure you check us out on all the streaming platforms, whether that's audio, so your Spotify, your Apple Podcasts, your Google Podcasts, or if you fancy more visual tip, hit us up on the YouTube. We post on YouTube the visuals like every 2 days after the initial audio posting. So yeah, Thursdays we tend to get the visuals up. So yeah, make sure you check us out on that as well. So subscribe, like all of that. But yeah, enough by the intros.
Come on.
Let's go straight into it, bro. Nothing quite whets the appetite than big time heavyweight boxing. Big time. And last night we were treated to a spectacle, bro.
Oh man, I loved it.
Treated to a spectacle. Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder, the third and final fight. I'm gonna say final because I feel like it's pretty conclusive now between both of them. But yeah, the third and final fight, I think. And it was a treat, man. It was a treat. I want to tip my hat to both guys, tip my do-rag to both guys. I want to applaud both guys because, boy, I thoroughly enjoyed that spectacle there. What a fight, man. What a fight.
Yeah.
How did you feel about it, first of all?
I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it. I was smiling watching it. Yeah, it's what you want from a big fight like that. A fight that's been built up. Yeah, it was great stuff. I loved it, man.
Remember as well, this was the fight that no one wanted. Remember when
I wanted it. I remember I was saying they might have seen another beat now because remember I was robbed of what I wanted to see last fight. I don't mind it.
We'll get into why you felt robbed and whatnot. We'll get into that, but
we'll get into all of it.
Okay, apart from you, I think for the most part, the general public, hardcore fans and casuals alike, no one really wanted this fight. We were saying when it was made, we were just annoyed, obviously, because we expected to get one situation. That situation, obviously, was the undisputed fight between Fury and AJ. And then we got faced with another Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight. And it's annoying because, obviously, that second fight was so conclusive in terms of what happened. You're thinking, what's the point of a third fight? But I'm happy last night's fight went ahead. Honestly, I truly am happy because it was a wonderful sight. Brilliant spectacle from both guys. Let's dive straight in.
Wait, should we dive straight in?
What do you want to start?
I wanted to start with not the preamble, but before, like the ring walks, the atmosphere.
Okay, yeah.
Scene. Let's set the scene, kind of thing. Let's set the scene before we get into the fight itself.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously, even before, like obviously the weekly build up, obviously the pressers were a bit tetchy, to say the least, between the both guys. I don't think, obviously, they don't have to be best of friends. In fact, I always prefer it when fighters aren't friends. I like middle. And Wilder, who obviously has kept silent for so long, he kind of, flexed a little bit in the press conference. He tried to. And Fury was Fury. One thing about Fury, he's gonna out-talk you on the mic. He's now had that WWE experience too, so he can cut a good promo. He's good. He's really good on the mic. And yeah, both fighters sort of expressed their bad blood. And obviously during the lead up, obviously the weigh-in, it was anticipated that Fury was going to be coming in heavy. I mean, we could see that clearly in the press conference how he was carrying in terms of weight wise. And I think a lot of the talk pre-fight was because Fury is coming at 277 pounds.
Yeah.
Which, am I right in thinking that's about 30 pounds heavier than what he weighed in when he beat him last time?
I think maybe the first fight. I'm not sure about 30 pounds. The first fight he was light. I think the first fight was like 240.
Yeah, okay. But
I'm
basically,
sure the second fight.
Significant jump up in weight. And yeah, Wilder's also coming heavier. I think the heaviest he's ever coming. So yeah, I think a lot of talk was between, has Fury coming too heavy, or how's Wilder going to adjust the fact that he's now heavier than he's ever been? Is Wilder with extra weight Is he going to be mobile? Is he going to be fluid? Or, all that kind of stuff. But that's all done now. They've come in, they've weighed in at what they weighed in. I personally wasn't too worried about Fury's weight because I think Fury's someone I've seen be heavy, but he's an expert at using his heavy body. He knows how to box big. And he's, for someone that is so heavy, he moves bloody well. Like, he always has been an amazing mover for someone that's so big and heavy. So for me personally, all that weight talk was lost on me. I wasn't really hearing it. I thought to myself, it is what it is. They're both coming heavy. It is what it is. Obviously, yeah, ring walks and that. One thing about Wilder, he knows how to do a good ring walk. Man, my man's come out. I clocked. He was with loaded Lux. Obviously, for the battle rap fans out there, that's arguably the battle rap goat. Well, my goat.
You gonna get this work.
You gonna get this work.
You gonna get this work.
Beloved, you gonna get this work. Yeah, Lux was walking him out. That was dope to me as a battle rap fan, as a Lux fan. I like seeing that. And then obviously we see Fury's ring walk. Oh yeah, to be fair, hey, hats off to Wilder, man. There wasn't much of a suit. Like he come in just with the robe in it. Like there was no like ornate suit and what. He just had a little mask on. Man was doing the whole, because he recently discovered he was Nigerian.
Yeah.
Man, man's been proper trying to force that angle there about how it's
He saw the love AJ was getting from Nigerians. He tried to get a taste of that one.
It's not quite the same, Wilder. I wouldn't lie. Yeah. It don't hit the same. So yeah, he's coming with the beads and the little tribal outfit and whatnot. Cute, nice and cute. I hear it. The little mask on. Fury's ring walk was pretty sick to me as well. He had like circus performers or something like that. Like it was very like, it was a show in it. Like these days, obviously, ring walks for these big fights, it's a big show. You see him with the Canelo fights. My man basically has a marching mariachi band with him for his fights and whatnot. Like
mini concert for Canelo.
Yeah, it's basically a big like a mini concert for all these people. So yeah, they've come out, they've done ring walks, cool.
You clock a Fury's hat.
Yeah, Undertaker hat.
The Jesus one. Jesus El Rey Vianney.
Oh, I didn't even clock that one. Oh, yeah, that was cold. Oh, sick. That's hard. I know he was rocking Undertaker hat like in the presser and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That was cold then. Fair. I missed that. But yeah, shout out to the ring walks. They definitely set the stage, and that sense of anticipation was there from the ring walk, and the crowds obviously was buzzing, etc.
To touch on the crowd as well.
Yeah.
Remember, no UK fans were
no
allowed.
Brits.
So no fans could travel. So he's lost that typical atmosphere that the UK fans always bring to the US fights when they travel. And
we've always said like, yeah, a US crowd is completely different to a British crowd. I can happily say that as I know, Brits, best fans in the world. British boxing fans are the best. The atmosphere we bring and we generate is just different. It really is different. Like you really feel it. America is slightly more mellow most of the time, but I still feel like the atmosphere was still pretty good for this one.
Yeah.
There was definitely that sense of anticipation, buzzing around the crowd. So boom. The fight itself. So yeah, let's go straight into it, man. Round one.
Round one.
Wilder started like a train. Yeah. And I would just say that I reckon Malik Scott must have listened to Strap Season Podcast, episode 58, before this fight. Because what am I seeing from Deontay Wilder? Oh my gosh, he's fainting. And man's jabbing to the body. I'm like, rah. This is exactly what we said he should do. Mm-hmm. We said for Wilder to be successful in this fight, he's going to learn how not to telegraph his punches. So employing feints, feinting upstairs and going downstairs. And he should start using, a stiff jab, go to the body early. And exactly what he did in round one. And bro, he was launching that jab, boy. He was throwing that jab out, like he was firing it. Like, it wasn't like a soft one. He was like he was trying to knock him out from the jab. Like it was serious.
He said it. He said he's going to start fast.
Exactly what we said. He's going to come out the blocks firing, trying to assert dominance. Obviously, he's on this revenge tip. He's been pissed off all this time. He felt like he was robbed in that second fight, etc., etc., etc. So he's going to come in with a statement to make, and he was doing the right things for me, The feinting and stuff was good, keeping Fury earnest, just keeping him honest. He was making him, just think a little bit. And yeah, the body work, jab to the body, try and slow the big man down, I guess. I remember round 2 as well. Something similar as well. I definitely gave Wilder the first 2 rounds. Yeah, I think I gave Wilder the first 2 rounds. But yeah, he was, like I said, Wilder was swinging. He was trying to sort of, throw his punches out there, etc. Doing really, really well, I'd say, for his standards. And I'm there thinking, okay, this is a good start. Obviously, at some point, I expect Fury to come into it and Fury to then sort of, I guess, dominate in his fashion. But what I'm seeing for Wilder is actually good. I give him credit for that first two rounds.
Yeah.
Third round now. Once again, Deontay Wilder, to me, is looking pretty good. I thought he was doing quite well in the round. And then boom, from out of nowhere, Fury's got him with a good shot. Trying to remember how the first knockdown was. Was it when they were against the ropes? Or close?
It was when they were up against the ropes. But,
yeah.
What happened was in that third round, Wilder landed a few good shots and looked like Fury might.
He looked good. Yeah, I thought Wilder was winning the round. Yeah,
and then before you know it, he gets him against the ropes and he lands like a. It's when Wilder keeps dipping his head. He landed a club in right hand.
It wasn't pretty, but I remember it was. Yeah, it was. He might have
a clean shot.
Yeah.
It was a clean shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wilder goes down.
Obviously, round to Fury, you're thinking, here we go. And he beat the count, obviously. I think there was still some time left in the round. So Fury's going on the offensive now. And you're thinking, here we go. This is how it starts. Yeah, now he's going to start. Yeah, sorry.
He was almost saved by the bell.
Yeah.
He looked hurt. He looked like he could go again.
Uh-huh.
But Fury's not really a killer in there. He's not going to just blow you out. He's going to still do what he does, which we'll get into. He'll lean on you, maul you, rough you up.
Of course.
Yeah. The bell almost saved him, I felt when I was watching it.
So yeah, that's the third round. Obviously, clear round for Fury with the knockdown, obviously, even though to me, up until the knockdown, I thought Wilder was actually winning the round. He was catching Fury with some good shots. He looked strong in there.
So you're saying, okay, cool. We'll move on to the fourth.
What are we going to say?
Because when I was scoring it, I gave Wilder the first.
Okay.
I think the second could have, because
the second was close, but I think I just swung it for Wilder. I just swung it to him.
But the thing is, even in the first round, Fury was landing some big shots. He landed a big shot towards the end of the first.
Towards the end, yeah.
And the second round, he was starting to ease his way into the fight. He was landing some shots there, which
100%. Yeah,
you could see what was coming. Even though Fury started,
but that third round, up until the knockdown, I thought Wilder was winning the round. I thought he was having a good round by his standards as well. I thought he landed. Obviously, they're both landing, but I thought he landed the better shots. And then boom, that knockdown's come out of nowhere, kind of. Fourth round now, the whole thing spun in its head again because we've now seen Deontay Wilder drop Tyson Fury twice in that fourth round. And when I say that, off the first one alone, Fury was hurt. That second one, again, he looked real hurt, Fury. And I thought, and essentially my thoughts were, when I saw that second knockdown in that fourth round, I was there thinking, this could be it, He could be done. Swear. Because his legs look, because his senses were there, but his legs look so finished. Like he didn't know what, like his legs looked so gone. And I thought to myself, if I believe he got saved by the bell, didn't he, Fury?
So
once he got to the second one, the bell went. So I almost feel like if Wilder had closed in again and gone for the kill in that round, I'm not too sure Fury would have gone up, So that fourth round, we've seen Wilder drop Fury twice, and you're thinking, wow, what the hell? Where's this come from? Just crazy. Like, go on.
You're almost thinking that, Fury's will close the show this round.
Yeah.
But like I said, he's not really a killer too much. And it was him moving forward. It was a strange knockdown because it was almost Wilder's a mid-range fighter anyway.
Yeah.
But it was almost like in that short range because Fury was trying to get in close and boom, the 1-2, which we all know is famed, completely rattles his brain. And Fury was still standing, but his legs didn't know where they were, and he collapsed.
Legs were gone, boy.
And I think that first knockdown was still in play for the second knockdown. His legs just didn't know where they were.
Recovered. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the bell saved him. But
yeah,
his faculties were there because he was looking and he was like,
yeah, I could see him looking like, he was like, okay, fair.
He was thinking,
take a deep breath.
Like, he was just thinking, damn. Like,
I feel like there was obviously controversy over the count. You might as well address it. Yeah.
Should we address it now, or should we wait?
Should we do all the excuses
at once?
We'll come back. We'll come back to the count. We'll do
all the excuses at once.
Yeah. So that fourth round's happened.
Yeah.
So obviously, crazy. And it was from the fifth when I noticed the change in Tyson Fury. We've said it before. Fury is someone with high boxing IQ. A fighting man, like he says. His intelligence in the ring is brilliant. And he's someone who we've seen and we know can make adjustments on the sly if he has to. On the fly if he has to. And I've seen the shift from round 5. Fury's come out more aggressive. He started walking Wilder down more. Obviously, we know the weakness with Wilder is he can't fight on the back foot. And that weakness is always going to be there. So Fury, I feel like he wasn't being passive, I would say. But he almost threw all caution to the wind from that fifth round onwards and started like, cool. Now it's my time to start dominating. I'm now going to... And he was very wary of the right hand. So it's a case of, I'm going to walk you down. I'm going to get my combos off. I'm then going to smother you immediately so you don't get the right hand off. And whilst I'm smothering you, obviously I'm grabbing you, I'm leaning on you, I'm holding you, boom, 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 boom. Like that. That was literally the game plan from the fifth round. Walk forward, walk you down, hit you a couple times, smother you so you don't get the right hand off, too tough. And just use my weight advantage.
Well, Wilder came out in that fifth round thinking, I'm going to get him.
Yeah.
He came out thinking, I'm going to... And all that jabbing stuff, all that feinting stuff that he was doing
went out the window.
Rounds, completely out the window in that fifth round.
Yeah.
He went in to try to burn him out in like the first minute, failed miserably. Well, not miserably, but it was just wild. It was wild. He weren't setting up his shots.
He reverted back to type, right?
Mm-hmm. He reverted back to his old self. And then, like you say, Fury wasn't backing away as such. He was doing what everything you said, and you can really start to see the effects from the sixth onwards because Wilder blown himself out or whatever. But let's move on to the sixth because I think that's where from the sixth onwards it was a wrap for me. So let's get on to the sixth.
Sixth onwards, and in the sixth round you can visibly see it. Deontay Wilder looked finished.
Tired
in the sixth round, as in mouth open, breathing like a dog. Panting.
He took the knee twice because of Fury leaning on him, walling him, draining him.
Bro,
he was on his knees twice.
He was running on fumes from the sixth round. Halfway through the fight, that is. He was done. Gas chamber's completely empty. And I'm not even going to say it's his conditioning. Okay, I think there's variables come into play. Maybe he's not used to carrying so much weight. He's putting a lot of muscle. He's putting a lot of size. That's going to command oxygen. But the bulk of it, I'm telling you, has come from Tyson Fury using his weight against him.
Mm-hmm.
Grabbing him, smothering him, leaning on him, headlocking him. Like, that's literally...
Pushing him down. Grappling.
Bullying him. AJ, listen. Bullying him. That's literally all Fury did for the rest of the fight. And that's how it went. Fury, to me, from that sixth round onwards, beat the brakes off Deontay Wilder. Beat him up. Use his huge size, his mass, all of that. Grabbed him, smothered him, leaned on him, got his combos off. And it went from round 6, ended in the 11th. But that is literally how the fight went from the 6th round. Wilder was knackered, bro. He was done from the 6th.
But you got to give credit to Wilder because even though he looked
so much credit,
he weren't going.
He was still firing off combos.
he weren't going down. He was still firing off his shots. He still had his spots where he was very successful.
Yep.
After the breaks where there was a bit of range between them, he was still firing off that 1-2.
Yep.
He was getting off.
It was landing.
It was landing shots.
It was landing.
It wasn't always landing, but in spots it was landing.
Yep.
And he was game. He was coming forward. He weren't going down. It's like you got to respect it because he was tired in the 6th. Tired.
And you know about Deontay Wilder. This is someone that's dangerous from round 1 to 12. Doesn't matter if he's shattered. Doesn't matter if he's on the ropes. Doesn't matter if he's knackered. That 1-2 power is always going to be there. And as long as he's standing, he will always have a chance. We've seen it before with Wilder. Ortiz had him gone, for example, and then out of nowhere, boom, Ortiz is now dropped. Like this is Wilder down to a T. So as long as Deontay Wilder was still in there, he wasn't going down. I'm still thinking, this fight is far from over because Wilder is still throwing and he's still landing. Exactly. And if he catches Fury clean again, Fury will go down. So it's a case of, he's got to be very careful here. But credit to Fury again, he just kept coming forward. Didn't change, didn't switch up from that game plan. Tyson Fury's got a lot of balls, I'll give him that. He's got a lot of balls because not many heavyweights in the world will consider just walking Wilder down so brazenly, but he's done it now twice.
Yep, walked him down, bullied him. But to be fair to Fury as well, got to give him credit. He ate some shots, he ate them and he still kept coming forward, eating them. I was like, wow.
And what spun me is Fury's come in at 19.5 stone and some change, right? But the engine, bro, what? It's like he kept getting stronger as the rounds went on. The engine never faltered, bro. It never ever faltered. He's a heavy guy. To have that kind of cardio and conditioning, to me, was wild. Like freak of nature wild. I'm there thinking they need to drug test Fury. Because how is his engine so good?
He's always had a good engine though.
But he's heavy. He's heavy. Mad thing.
So is Wilder. Wilder's it's more so that he's live for 12 rounds.
It's live.
He's always a threat for 12 rounds. So even if he does look tired or whatever, and that's what made the fight exciting because let's say he was fighting Fury was fighting a Chisora or someone. He's not live for 12 rounds like that.
No.
The way Fury is. At any moment, something can happen in the fight because Wilder's got that right hand. And that's what made it so exciting because even if Fury's dominating, the fact that Wilder's still game and he's still throwing and he's not going down,
kept him in.
It tense. It just keeps you on the edge of your seat.
I was tense. It was tense for me because I'm there thinking and we've seen it happen. 10th round. 10th round, Fury's dropped Wilder again. Another one. And at that point, I was like, good, because I was like to myself, because at this point, it's the 10th round. Remember, I predicted that it will go the full distance anyway. So when we get to the 10th now, I'm just thinking, I'm thinking, okay, how have the judges seen this? Because Wilder's got 2 knockdowns. And after what happened in that very first fight, then Wilder knocked him down, twice? Wilder won 2 rounds in my eyes, but they somehow gave it a draw. I'm there thinking, it's actually important for Fury to get another knockdown on Wilder to even the score on knockdowns. Because even though we've seen that he's dominated from round 6 onwards, the judges it's Vegas. Obviously, we know about the conspiracy of them. You know, the Americans won't let the title leave America, etc. They want that title back. I'm straight up thinking the judges could screw Fury over here. And so another knockdown could hopefully just, balance it a little bit if they're moving mad. So when he got that knockdown at the 10th, I was super happy. I said, wonderful, job done. He's got the extra knockdown, two knockdowns apiece, and we can see that he's been dominating this guy from round 6 onwards. ESPN obviously had the punch stats up, the punches landed up. Fury had doubled in terms of punches landed. Fury had doubled Wilder in terms of punches landed. So I'm there thinking, cool, there might not be a robbery here because I still think this is going over 10, the full 12, sorry. Fury's dropped Wilder. Sorry, go on.
Beautiful KD as well. Beautiful knockdown.
That was the slip, and he caught him with the hook. Yeah.
Yeah. So Wilder tries to throw his right hand. He throws one to the body, throws his right hand.
Yeah.
And Fury slips it, rolls it.
Fantastic.
And then, this is why Wilder has so many holes in his game because
he was so open, didn't he?
He was so open. He can't fight on the inside that great. He's on the inside and he's trying to throw it to the body and throw a hook. Man's wide open after he was slipped. Fury had time to look and said, "Oh, is this your jaw here?"
Fantastic knockdown. Honestly, picture perfect. Mwah. Well done, Fury, with that one. So he's dropped in. Wilder's beat the count. Hella heart. Like I said, Wilder's running off fumes from the 6th. So much credit to Wilder. He's a warrior because he was getting beat up, taking big shots, eating bombs. Was each round you're going, ooh. And
every round he could have gone. Every round
he wasn't going down. He wasn't going down. And he's running purely off heart of the champion there, purely.
Remember that 10th round is towards the end of the round.
Yes,
he looks like he buzzed his Fury.
That's what I was literally about to get into. So this is my issue. Like, obviously, this is what we're talking about. Wilder, even though he wasn't in the fight, he was live, and that 1-2 is a problem from round 1 to 12. Fury's dropped him at 10th. You're thinking, okay, Fury's going to go close the show. Fury attempts to go close the show. Look what happens. At the end of the round, he gets collapsed. Man got caught with a couple Wilder shots. Suddenly, Fury looks like he's wobbly-legged. The bell goes. Fury wobbles back to his corner like his legs were gone. Like,
do you remember what Fury done when he got this guy rushed into ball Wilder again, and he got caught and he moved.
And he did that. He did that in the 8th round. I think it was the 8th. He got caught with a big right hand. Immediately, Fury's come and said, "Cool, let me grab you, smother you." Just held him for a little bit in the corner. They let him go. That was literally what he was doing. So he knew. Yeah, he fully knew.
Genius way to control the distance and tire your opponent out.
Bro, he's a master at it. He's an expert at it, man. But yeah, so that 10th has happened. And once again, it's just a reminder that Wilder's still in this fight unless Fury like drops him a third time or whatever. So yeah, unless Fury drops him like again properly, it's gonna go the full distance. So now we move into the 11th now. And Tyson Fury was able to give Flowz his picture book moment. Flowz was very vocal about how you felt robbed last time. Do you want to explain to the listeners again why you felt robbed?
I'll explain it again, but I think they know because we covered this one.
Yeah.
The preview.
Yeah.
Last fight, the fact that Mark Whelan threw in the towel robbed us of a decisive victory. The moment it happened, I wasn't happy because I knew exactly what Wilder's going to say. He didn't get stopped. His corner threw in the towel when he shouldn't have. He could have still stopped him. He could have still knocked him out, all of this and that. We needed to see a decisive man standing over another man, sprawled out on the campus, as he calls it, the campus. Sprawled out on the campus. Ref saying this person can't continue, they're done.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to see in terms of the decisive victory, so there's no complaints.
Boy, that's what
we got.
The Tyson Fury deliver.
He delivered.
Delivered it fantastically. Big shot. Caught him again. Caught Wilder open again. Wilder this time, the legs just couldn't take it no more. I'm sure his heart would have kept him up, but the body was finished. The legs were finished.
He was taking a beating that round.
The legs were finished, and my man's dropped timber. Man's dropped like literally like a log of wood. Timber.
he looked out. He looked out before he even hit the canvas.
Yep.
He looks like, but I think, you know what? Dare I say, I don't know if he would have beat the count.
Yeah.
But I think he would have tried to get up. I think even if he tried to, the ref would have stopped it.
Remember, you watched Naruto, Rock Lee Gaara, when Gaara got him. My man was unconscious and Rock Lee still standing unconscious. Remember? Something like that.
I have to give it, because from what I saw from him, how he was still standing, how he was taking those, I think he would have tried to get up.
100%.
He might have beat the count, he might not have, but I don't think it was safe for the ref to let that fight continue.
Yeah, the ref
even if he beat the count.
The ref didn't count, did he? So he just waved it off straight away, and
he was taking a beating, man. He got knocked down in the last round. He was getting wobbled and rocked. He was taking big shots before the eventual knockdown came that round. So I have no complaints with the decision.
None whatsoever. Clearly Malik Scott wasn't gonna throw the towel in because clearly Wilder put the fear of God into him and told him, don't throw it. He said he wants to go out in the shield, innit? And he got his wish. He got his wish. So yeah. Wonderful stoppage to a quite wonderful fight. Yeah, man. To sum it up, man, like I said, it was back and forth in portions. I think that the first like 5 whatever rounds competitive, back and forth. From the 6th round onwards, yes, it was kind of a beatdown. Fury was kind of beating Wilder down, but like you said, we were still on our edge because Wilder was still a live opponent in there, and he was still throwing that big right hand and landing it, and it just made you just every time think, ooh, Tyson Fury's been hit here, blah blah. Like that, that kept you on the edge of your seat. That kept the moment tense. So that's why it was a really, really good fight, man. Definitely a potential fight of the year candidate for sure. So far from what we've seen this year.
Yeah, especially with the fiasco around it, the magnitude of the fight, what it means for the division, the fact that it's all of that coming to play makes the fight even that much better. But yeah, I got what I wanted. I called a Fury knockout. I'm happy I got it.
Yeah, what right? Because obviously I said they would go 4-12. That was close, obviously, but I remember you saying knockout. But I think you said slightly earlier. Didn't you say like 7 or 6 or something?
I can't even remember.
Yeah,
I can't remember. But I'll read it back. But
it was.
I think I might have even said late. I can't even remember.
Yeah,
but
yeah, TV, you might have. It was close to going the full thing. To be fair, like
yeah. I tell you what, as well. You see now, Fury has got from Wilder's punches 4 times now. I think people are gonna have in their head that, swear, if Fury can do it, I can do it as well. They better not think that. They better not think that. But at the same time, it's definitely in Fury's head that I can take this guy's best punch and get up from it.
Yeah.
And we saw it again, which is and that's Wilder's best tool. So when someone can think they can take your punch and get up, it's a scary prospect.
Yeah.
But there's options for Wilder, or don't you think?
Yeah, there are options for Wilder.
What next?
Wilder, you better not retire. Stick around, bro. Like I said it before. Don't retire, Wilder.
Don't go anywhere.
don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. You know me, I've been critical of Wilder, for his entire career. But I will shoot him some bail in the sense that I will give him his flowers. And obviously, he made a great fight. Still the same old Wilder. Still the same technically poor boxer, whatever, that is over reliant on his big 1-2, big right hand. But what I saw in there, I saw someone with a lot of grit, a lot of determination, true warrior. So I will give him credit for that. Like true warrior. He hasn't got any quit in him. He's definitely got a lot more dog than another certain heavyweight, another certain ex-world champion. I hate to say it, but yeah, Wilder's got a lot of dog in him, man. He really does, man. I can respect that.
Let's give him his flowers.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, when you think why he got into boxing as well, you've got to commend it. Like for his daughter,
I commend what he's achieved. For someone that's so limited, I commend that he's gotten so far and done so well. Like he is truly limited, bro. So fair play to him.
Let's not stretch the achievements.
To become world champion, like, it's not easy, man. It's not easy.
It's not. But, okay, let's give him his moment.
Flowz, I know it's hard, isn't it? It's like this is the most you're going to hear me praise him, but yeah. So off that as well, we said he's a character in this division. Like his charisma in that. I want him to stick around. I hope he doesn't retire.
Why do you want him to stick around?
Because there's still other fights I need to see him in. I need to see him versus Dylan White. I need to see him versus AJ. I need to see him versus Andy Ruiz. I need to see him versus all these guys. I've said it before now. I've said now.
Need to see it.
I want to see all these men in the mix with each other. I've like the whole undisputed thing. I've wanted that so long, but I've given up because it seems long. But as long as all these guys get in the mix with each other and fight each other, I'll be happy. This is a top era. I mean, like we said, heavyweight boxing is back. This era has sort of brought it back a little bit now, obviously. And as I said before, there's nothing quite like the big boys getting in the ring, the big heavyweight fights. It's just a different kind of vibe, bro. It's a different kind of, atmosphere. So I just want to see all these men mix it up. These guys, we've got a good crop of heavyweights right now. Let's see them all in the mix. They'll never do a super serious tournament. So somehow just get them all fighting each other. I've said certain things about who I think Wilder can beat and who he can't beat. I need to be proven right.
That's what I want to ask you. I want to ask you, does seeing that fight, does that change your opinion about who you think Wilder beats and who he loses to?
Nope.
Does that change anything, or
Nope.
still the same?
Still the same.
Okay.
He gets killed by Dylan White, and I still think AJ beats him.
Okay, I hear that.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Because obviously, all that talk between AJ Fury, we gave up predictions, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And as you know, I sided with Fury. I said I feel like Fury is going to win the fight between AJ and Fury.
Yep.
After what's transpired over the past couple of weeks, AJ's bout and now Fury Wilder, because you were very adamant in saying that you feel like AJ's got Fury's number, and AJ, if that fight were to happen, you feel like AJ's going to win. Do you still feel the same?
Okay, let me explain this one. So actually, let's say we both said we think it's 50-50.
Yes.
We led towards Fury.
Yes.
I led towards AJ for a certain number of reasons and factors.
Yeah.
Those factors included, for me, Fury's inactivity. He hadn't fought since the last Wilder fight. He hadn't fought since then. His motivation, what weight he's going to come in at, all those questions which were unanswered. He has answered those questions, and now with AJ's result, there's questions for him after us. So it's no longer 50-50 in terms of, who do I lean towards? Fury's the favorite.
Yeah.
And Fury wins based on what we've seen.
Yeah.
And based on the questions that we asked them, he wins based on what we've seen. Now, if AJ can come back and fight Usyk and answer certain questions or show a different performance, and Fury's next fight, maybe he doesn't look as good, then it's a whole different dynamic once again.
Yeah.
But for right now, Fury's not only the best heavyweight right now, he will beat AJ based on the last two performances we've seen. If they fought next, he wins.
Okay. My next question to you is, how do we solve a problem like Tyson Fury? The current crop of heavyweights right now, who could solve this problem? Because, bro, there's it's looking like a very tall task.
It's hard because, like I said, before I had it 50-50 with AJ, and I was leaning towards AJ because he has the attributes in terms of physical attributes and his size, his explosiveness, his ability to box is better than most of these other guys. Not the best, but and then we thought he had the ability to fight mean. But we haven't seen that in a long time. If he has the ability to fight mean, rough him up on the inside as well. Because when Fury's leaning on you, if you can bang him to the body, getting a few inside fighting, some good inside fighting, then you can do some damage. And if your engine's as good as his, then you can mix it with him. But we're looking at someone who's 6'9", close to 300 pounds, can move like he does. He's an enigma. it's crazy.
Incredibly high IQ, makes adjustments if needs be, knows how to fight mean, he can either fight mean coming forward and whatnot, or he can go back to his old style of tippy-tappy, dance around you.
He's got the dark arts on lock.
He never used to, but now he sits down in his punches. I mean, he never used to go for knockouts. Now he does.
He went for the knockout, but he wasn't trying to be a killer in there. If you know what I mean, you weren't trying to unload and get. You were still fighting smart. You were still saying it. You were still a patient, sitting down and punches kind of thing. It was patient work.
Yeah. Has clearly got incredible powers of recovery. That's another thing you have to give to him.
Yes.
His powers of recovery are crazy. Like I said before, all this talk about heavyweights being chinny, I've come out and said it before. I don't want to hear any talk about heavyweights being chinny. There's no such thing as a chinny heavyweight to me. Do you know, because these men are fighting guys who are 16 plus stone. If anyone gets caught by these men, you're going down. Of course, they're touching camera. These guys they're eating big punches. So this whole chinny, this chinny, that people call AJ chinny, bro. He went down to Andy Ruiz, who's a powerful puncher, and Klitschko, who is a knockout artist as well. Like, come on, man. But yeah, it's the powers of recovery.
Yeah,
that's
Fury's
mad.
Fury's been down more times
than AJ. Yep. They won't say that though. They won't say that though. But yeah.
But he's got up and won his fight still.
Powers of recovery is what sets him apart. So he's got that on lock. Inactivity doesn't seem to bother him. Doesn't seem. We saw he hopped off the couch against Wilder that first time after 3 years out.
Yeah.
And did that amazing performance. And last night, obviously, they hadn't fought in 20 months? Almost a year, right? Since the second one. But doesn't seem almost
20, well, no, it was start of 2020, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. February 2020.
Yeah. So, but he didn't. Inactivity doesn't seem to bother him. He travels well, as in doesn't matter where you are, he'll go to your backyard. This guy hasn't fought in Britain for time, you know.
Yeah.
He's doing Road Warrior, like
all American judges won it as well.
Yeah. I'm just looking at him, watching him box, watching what I see. And I'm looking at the current crop of heavyweights today. And I can't categorically pick one and say, I think he's got the beat of Tyson Fury. Obviously, we know styles make fights and whatnot, but just what the tools Fury has, it's so much. I don't know, like, I'm a big fan of Dylan White. He can turn, anything into a dog fight. He finds a way to win. I still can't see him putting a dent in Tyson Fury. You might give him a tough fight, but I still got Tyson Fury win that fight. Alexander Usyk, who I think is probably the best boxer in the heavyweight division from a technical perspective, I'm there saying, Fury will fight Usyk how he fought Wilder in terms of he's going to jab and grab him, wait on him, etc. He won't let him get his work off on paper, right? So yeah, it's just he's a big problem to solve, man. And I can't see anyone solving the problem right now. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's not Mayweather-esque in terms of just
because
always beating Mayweather.
Yeah, because Mayweather didn't show no vulnerabilities pretty much.
Yeah,
like, more or less. Like he got caught with great shots, which everyone goes back to that shit. Like everyone goes back to that Shane Mosley and shot, and obviously, I think the first Castillo fight he struggled, etc. But
yeah,
for the most part, Floyd was
dominant,
flawless in there. Tyson Fury, we've seen has flaws.
Yeah,
we've seen there's chinks in the armor.
It's mad because,
but he finds a way to win.
How do you prepare for someone who can turn up with different styles? Now we've seen different elements to Tyson Fury now and different game plans, and it's crazy. You can't prepare. Where do you find 6'9" sparring partners who can move like that? How do you prepare? What are you preparing for? You don't know what he's going to turn up as.
Yeah, like I said.
Even now. Yeah, go on. Because
I was going to say,
shout out someone.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like I said, he can either fight you in his old style, the tippy-tappy way, elusive and whatnot, very tough to hit, etc. Or he can now just full-on bully you in there. He never used to have that bully gene in him. Never. Now, he's added that that notch to his bow. It's a scary prospect, bro.
And that's where I want to shout out Sugar Hill Stewart and the Kronk start.
Yeah.
Because when you deep it, they've transformed. They've taken through to another level.
Yeah.
Going back to the Kronk gym, you're seeing him come forward. You're seeing him exchange. You're seeing him land bombs.
Yeah.
Setting up 1-2s that were rattling bones.
Yep.
And when you deep it, you look at it. The first fight he had, what's his name?
Ben Davidson.
And credit to Ben Davidson because he's the one who brought Fury back. The road to redemption, got him back. But he would have never had Fury fighting this style against Wilder.
Ever.
And he would never have done it. He had Fury looking lean and trying to box and move. So he realized he need to change this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, Davidson employed the same game plan as his uncle. Remember, he used to be trained by his uncle, Peter Fury. Exact same. Like that's what he like. Yeah, that's what Davidson. He was in that mode.
Yeah, all of that. But Fury himself realized we need to make some changes, and for me to make those changes to win, I need to go over to Sugar Hill Stewart, and Sugar Hill's done a fantastic job.
Brilliant job.
Absolutely brilliant job, and you can see it now. Fury's an even scarier prospect.
Yeah.
Candidate for Trainer of the Year, Sugar Hill.
Mad.
Deserves his flowers.
Yeah, he's candidate. He's a candidate.
That's no disrespect.
Yeah.
Ben Davidson, no disrespect because he done his thing.
I think he's like, I hope he gets back into the training game because I haven't really seen him. I think I've seen him do that commentary and stuff, but I was really impressed with what Ben Davidson did with Fury for such a young guy as well. So I hope to see him again. But
he's still in the game.
Yeah,
he's still doing his thing. Who's he? He was in the corner for Billy Joe Saunders, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, yes he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm seeing with obviously this Sugar Hill Stewart transformation is marvelous, man. I never thought I could see Tyson Fury fighting this way, and which is kind of mad saying that because, like I said, this is the brother that's 6'9". Why wouldn't he march forward and sit down on his punches and use his size and just bulk? But he never used to fight that way. He literally never used to fight that way. So, shout out to Emmanuel Stewart. Yeah, definitely one of the coach trainers of the year. I don't think he'll get it. I still think Eddie Reynoso's got that on lock, but but yeah, shout out to him.
Questionable now. But yeah, you got to shout out like the Kronk gym, Emmanuel Stewart. People, every time people took losses, they ran over to Emmanuel Stewart.
Legend.
Lennox Lewis, all of them, man. That
Lennox Lewis, Klitschko ran over there as well. Yeah. Vladimir ran there. Yeah. Yep.
The Detroit star.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout
legendary
out
star, man. Yeah.
R.I.P. Emmanuel Stewart, man.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace for sure. But yeah, that's what I want. That's next for Wilder. Stick around, please. He has to reinsert himself into the conversation again. He can't hide behind the belt. There's no belt to hide behind now. So if he wants to, be back in the mix, he has to fight these guys. There's no other way about it, bro. That's
there's no stepping down levels. You can't go fight Hellenius and all them dudes there.
Yeah.
But he's not done it yet, but we know what he's about to do. Excuses.
Let's talk about it. So
let's start.
Well, even before the fight happened, Well, before the fight happened, take us through it, Flowz. There was some pasta going on with the gloves, right?
Yes.
So yeah, they weren't happy about the gloves that Team Fury bought. They were saying that they're already wrinkled, so that means they're already used or something like that. Something dumb like that, man.
Yeah, so obviously, as we know with Glovegate from the previous fights, the first two fights, they were complaining about the gloves and all this nonsense.
Yeah.
So Wilder's camp decided to go into the commission where they send the gloves beforehand. They recorded it all on camera and they helped expose their own potential game plan in terms of blaming the gloves. So while they're recording, the commissioner there explaining everything that's happened with the gloves. What happens is Fury requests the gloves he wants. It's ordered by the commission and sent to them directly.
Okay.
They open the boxes. There's probably like 8 gloves there or 4 pairs of gloves.
Yeah.
And then they open it, inspect all the gloves. They cut one up. Dissect one glove at random. Pick a glove, dissect it, check all the material, make sure there's nothing. And then they approve it. They seal it back up. And then on fight day, actually before fight day, Fury's camp, same with Wilder's camp with their gloves, Fury's camp will come and select a first choice pair of gloves and a second choice pair of gloves, bagged up. They have no touching of them. They have no messing around with them until they've been inspected and they have the choice to select them. Wilder's camp are in there saying, these gloves looks messed up. They look wrinkled with, they look tampered with. They're saying they can't have been tampered with because we're the only ones who've had them. We opened it, we inspected it. Here's the cut up glove. You can see it, inspect it yourself. Here's Wilder's, your camp's cut up glove. And they say, no, but this one's this. There's no padding in this. They're telling them, look, you could argue that Wilder's glove's harder than this glove. So they're there on camera explaining everything. And then one of Wilder's camp is saying, but I saw someone using these type of gloves and it wasn't like this. It was like, it could be a different model of the same brand. Same way they kept referring to Wilder's gloves, same way there's different models for this glove.
Yeah.
And it just debunks every type of theory they wanted to put out. So they exposed themselves. If they didn't record all of that, we wouldn't have heard the conversation.
Exactly, yeah. They shot themselves in the foot with that one. Bro, massively.
And then they tried releasing videos of Wilder watching the video and stuff. But that video debunks, their own video debunks any Glovegate theory.
Yeah, there's no Glovegate this time.
Whatever complaints you have, it doesn't matter. This has been approved by the commission. We've done all the checks. It's fine. So it doesn't matter if you don't like it or not. These gloves are being used because they've been approved. Glovegate, debunked. Cool. Let's go on to Refgate.
Because in the 4th round when Wilder's knocked down Tyson Fury twice, it was, I believe, the second knockdown where they complained about the count being slow. I think they might even said the first one was slow as well.
They said both.
They said both were slow, but the main issue was, so the referee's counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as he's got to 5, basically, Wilder, obviously, ever eager Deontay Wilder, is basically standing where the ref is. You know how he said, very eager to get involved. He was. bare eager to get involved. And we've said it before. We know how it with boxing works. The referee always tell you to, when you knock down a fighter, you have to go back to the opposite of the corner, right?
The neutral corner,
yeah. The neutral corner. Head to the neutral corner, let the ref deal with the fighter, blah, blah. Wilder is so eager to get his work off. So he's standing right where the referee is, counting with the ref. Literally counting with the ref. The referee's got to 5 now and said, stop the count, and said to Wilder, go over there, go back to the corner.
Yeah.
See, Wilder's obliged. And the issue was, this was a mistake from the ref, obviously. He stopped the count at 5, and then he's returned back to Fury and carried on from 5. So he's gone, he said 5 again, I think.
No, he didn't. He didn't even say 5 again. He said 5, and then he's done that, and he went to 6.
Yeah. Sorry.
Saying, that's not a second, but it's not that second.
Yeah. So so he's gone straight to 6, but people are basically saying that he should have started again. It should have started from like 7 or whatever, or 8, because he's had to pause and stop for Wilder. But that was literally him telling Wilder to go over. That was like a second. Like,
Fury was up.
It was a second. So for me, I'm there. I watched it like that same thing again. I did the maths. I checked how long it took for him to tell Wilder to go over there. Like 1 second. Fury would have still beaten the count even with this, even without this extra second. Literally, he still would have been up on his feet without this extra second. So to me, that one's been debunked. That's silly.
Yeah.
But we know they're using that. They're running with that as well. This is the main excuse I've been seeing from Wilder fans, and even guys I love and respect. Andre Ward was mentioning it as well. Oh yeah, he was like you don't need to hit, because now people are going to doubt, and now people are going to run with that, and it really wasn't that deep, honestly.
It wasn't, because even the first knockdown where Fury knocked out Wilder, that was a slow count. He kept it was very 5, 6.
Yeah, he was.
But he was consistent with it, and it's not. People keep saying, "Oh, it's seconds." It's not seconds. It's a count.
It's what literally. It's a count.
It's a 10 count. 10 count can be 15 seconds. It doesn't matter. It's a 10 count. It's a referee's 10 count, and it doesn't even matter because Fury got up for both. He weren't even like it weren't even like the first fight. Yeah, the first fight where he got up at 9 or whatever.
Yeah, he was up before 8. I swear.
It was up by like 6.
Yeah,
and what they're saying is that because there's a timekeeper outside the ring who's doing a count as well. Yeah, that he should have picked up whatever, but he went in the neutral corner so he can stop the count whenever he wants. Yeah, and it's his count. It's not the timekeeper's count. It's his count.
It's twice. Look, Wilder's done that twice in that first fight. The second knockdown, the referee had to stop him because my man's literally there counting with the ref. Relax. That was shimmying, and then he was there. The referee said, "Go over there." Like you know the rules, bro. You knock the guy down. You got to hit. I know you're eager to rush and get your sleeves off and finish your guy, but let the ref deal with the count and let him wave the fight on for you to then jump in and do your thing. My man was there counting side by side with the ref. Idiot. But yeah, I think that was the other main excuse, Refgate. But debunked. We're debunking that one too.
There's another one with the ref. I don't know if you see the. I know for a fact why this team are going to use this one. There's an image of the final knockdown and the ref.
He was laughing.
The ref smiling. He looks like he's smiling in the picture.
I think the picture is an angle. The picture.
I don't think he's smiling. But they're going to use it and they're going to say, "Oh, the ref waved it off before he even hit the canvas." Remember, the ref said it's over. The ref didn't even give him a chance.
Yeah,
he's gonna say, I could have beat the count. This and that. The ref stopped the fight. I could have got up or whatever. He might try that. And with the picture of the ref smiling,
the picture's funny because he does look like he's grinning.
He looks happy. He looked like me. He was smiling.
Yeah. I think that's just the angle taken from the picture. I don't think he's actually smiling. Maybe his mouth was moving at the time, like he was like trying to speak to him or something. And he
can smile if he wants. It was a happy occasion.
Funny.
I was happy too, bro. Look, he's just doing his job. He enjoys his job.
I was happy because I got my picture. Obviously, the memes are there. We know the Wilder way, his arms outstretched forward. I love it. I needed that. Hook it into my veins, bro.
I thought Fury had a body of these records.
My man face part the campus, bro.
I thought Fury had a body on his record.
Bro, it was vicious.
He was breathing when he hit the campus.
It was vicious. Oh, it was vicious. Damn.
Oh man, Any other
Fury he sure knows how to put them bitches together, man. Damn.
Piece them up. Actually, another excuse. He might talk about the rabbit punching and the holding. And all that stuff.
There was some of that, and I think I've heard Wilder fans talk about how they thought the referee was bad because Fury never really got penalized for the rabbit punching or this headlock thing, which they said is obviously it doesn't. Wilder, don't put your head down. If he grabs you there, why are you putting your head down? It's a two-way thing. It's not just all on Fury.
Yep. And even Fury was doing all right because after the referee warned him once about the headlocking, anytime it happened, he'd quickly remove his hands from his head. He was still leaning on him. He has other ways to do it, but he wasn't getting in the headlocks anymore. Yeah. And with the rabbit punching, I saw Wilder doing as many rabbit punches. I didn't see many. It's not even a complaint. Yeah. Wilder too was punted at the back of the head in clinches. It happened. So it wasn't something enough where it was like, oh, the refs. Stop this. What's going on, ref?
Yeah, he wasn't being biased to one fight. He was actually very fair and he was.
It was a clean fight, really and truly for me. I thought it was really clean. No punches below the belt. I was even worried that watch this fight, the ref's going to try to deduct points of Fury because I expected some poor reffing, but the ref was good. I thought the ref was good.
Yeah, same here. Shout him out. What make you of obviously the post fight, obviously Fury's going to shake Wilder's hand and Wilder's livid and told him to go away, blah blah. He's not trying to be, obviously he's basically told him to F off basically. Fury was livid about that, cussed him out, said he's a dickhead for that. Basically, he called him a prick more or less. So the words he's actually used, shithouse, dosser, blah 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 blah. Yeah. The Fury lingo. And said, obviously bad sportsmanship, etc. What make you obviously? And Wilder left the ring. I feel like I do feel like Wilder might have been concussed. So him staying around for an interview or whatnot wasn't, I guess, obligatory, especially if he was concussed, because I do know straight away they rushed him to hospital as a precaution. So him sticking around for an interview, I'm not so mad at, or him not sticking around. I'm not really vexed at that because I've seen it before with fighters. They might be concussed and they go straight to hospital. They get rushed out the ring and they go straight to hospital.
AJ got out that ring last fight
real quick. Got the hell out of there. And obviously no fighter should be having interviews whilst they're concussed. I don't like seeing fighters having that post-fight interview concussed. Like you can visibly see it. It's bad. Yeah. But the whole obviously not refusing to shake his hand and whatnot, I'm not a fan of that at all. That's not good look for Wilder. I understand that emotions are high. Obviously, you're tense. It's been a very intense build-up, an intense fight. You've just lost badly, but this is boxing, man. There's always that mutual respect with fighters afterwards. At least, two guys who fought an amazing fight, put their lives on the line, literally. At least give that courtesy and sportsmanship to your opponent. So I'm not too happy that he rejected Fury's advances there. What make you rule that?
Something I didn't expect. I expected it.
Okay, you expect him to not even hug or nothing? Yeah, okay, fair. I thought we'll get that at least.
Nah, there's been too much bad blood.
Yeah, but
there's been too much bad blood.
Yeah, but for the most, obviously we've watched boxing for a long time. We see a lot of times where the bad blood is real, and there might not be pals or whatever, but there's at least that handshake or that sportsmanship element there.
Yeah, maybe if we went 12 rounds and there was no knocking, he got knocked out badly. He got that. He got knocked out badly. He's been talking about cheating for the last year or so. He's been talking about cheating, that, all of that. He's been knocked out badly. He's been embarrassed. He's been beat up. He needs to go find some excuses.
How can you say he's got to go find some excuses?
That's what he has to do. He's been beat up badly. I didn't expect him. Fair. In fact, I would have been like, if he shows best sportsmanship, I'll be like, I would have liked to see it. It's just that,
bro, it's just that respect element, innit? We respect these guys as fighters. You respect your opponent as a fighter. Like anyone that laces up a pair of gloves, you got respect, right? So a handshake would have been cool, but
it's too contradictory with Wilder. This is the guy who always says he wants a body on his records. This is going to be the body And then you saying that, and then coming out after the fight saying, "Yeah, we both get to go home to our kids," and all of that stuff. He always does it, and it winds me up. It's like, pick one. So this fight, he's talking quite again. If he started saying, "Yeah, I'm happy for him," and all this, I was like, "So what were you saying all that before?" It happens in boxing, and I would like to see the sportsmanship side, but I didn't expect it from Wilder this time. I knew he'd get out of there.
Yeah.
So I ain't even mad at it. I don't know why Fury expected it. Is what he's gonna go do. It's over with anyway, so it's
done. Yeah. And meanwhile, I must say, Tyson Fury's stock is through the roof, especially in America. His profile in America is nuts because I'm seeing, because I didn't even pre too tough to build up before, but I'm preing obviously all the messages he got pre-fight from all these superstars, WWE superstars, movie stars in America, The Rock, etc. Like, and obviously after the fight as well, everyone's tweeting him, Drake, all them, like. His profile in America is massive, absolutely massive. Stock is through the roof, and to be fair to him, I know I said it. He gets on my nerves a little bit. He's very contradictory, sometimes with what he says. But the way he conducts himself post fight and whatnot, I really have a lot of time for him in that sense. He's usually post fight. He's very clear and concise, very respectful to his opponents and whatnot for the most part. Breaks down fights very well, and he just seems like post-fight. He seems like the nicest guy in the world. I won't lie. Like, he just seems so happy and cheerful. He's always got time for everyone. I was seeing like everyone was asking for pictures. He was happily obliging, taking photos of everyone, doing this, doing that. Like, yeah, I've got a lot of time for him in that sense. Yeah, for sure.
You can see he's a family man. He looks after his people. He shouts them all out.
Yeah,
gives thanks to God first and foremost. So
yeah,
I always rate that.
Have to give thanks, man. Happy.
Always rate that. The singing of songs to his wife and all that.
Yeah,
and he's got a good voice as well, man.
My man's always beating his guys up and then dropping an album afterwards, man. Like, damn.
But yeah, he's cold. I always like Fury's post-fight interviews.
Yeah, post-fight, I like the way he conducts himself a lot.
Yeah,
pre-fight, he's a bit annoying sometimes, but post-fight, I think that's when you see the real Fury. Obviously, we know he's a showman, right? Pre-fight, he's going to do all these antics to sell the fight, get everyone hyped and whatnot. But post-fight is when you see the real humble, like, Fury, how he is. And yeah, man, I like that a lot, man, for sure. Yeah, man. But what a night of boxing. I was buzzing until like 7 a.m, bro. Like, it's like just going for all the reactions and stuff. Tyson Fury is a serious problem. He really is a serious problem. And there's now talk about obviously we might be able to consider himself generational. And now there's obviously a lot of talk, and obviously people are saying he's the best heavyweight of this era. He can easily hang and they were saying he smokes other eras. I'm not going to go as far and say he smokes other eras because talking eras is very, very techie. But I do feel like can he hang in other eras? 100%. 100%. Yeah, man, what a fighter. What a fighter. He's answered every question I've asked of him. I can't see no weaknesses right now. I can't pick any of these other guys to beat him right now as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What a fighter, man. What a fighter. He's the best. He's the best, best heavyweight. Like, we can't. Like, there's no two ways about it.
Yeah. So what next for him? Let's outline the options. What next for Fury?
Well, because AJ and Usyk, it's been confirmed. Hearn confirmed it that they've exercised the rematch clause. It's been exercised. They're looking at March for that. Yeah, so that's going to happen in March. So AJ and Usyk, so the rest of the belts are tied up in that rematch. In the meantime, as we know, in about 2 weeks' time, we have Otto Wallen versus Dylan White in London. And the winner of that is going to be made mandatory. So Tyson Fury's already said that he's happy to give White a chance. He said he feels hard. Obviously, White's been waiting for so long. Obviously, subject to White winning. If White wins or if Wallen wins, I feel like in the meantime, whilst they're waiting for the AJ and Usyk situation to be tied up, he should fight the winner of White Wallen. That's next for him, for me, in my opinion.
Not a full fight.
I'm even my mind's being silly. That's not a full fight. For what, bro?
I don't mind another beat that.
I'm good, man. I'm good. He's to me, he's beaten conclusively 3 times. So yeah, yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying.
Wallen, the winner of White Wallen, and then obviously the winner of that fight can then go on to then fight the winner of AJ Usyk, the rematch. So yeah, but yeah, take care of White Wallen first.
Okay,
that's next for me on the agenda.
Do you not think AJ should have taken step aside money?
No, no step aside money. Like I said before, even if AJ fails to win that rematch, the AJ Fury fight will still always have legs.
Yeah.
And it will probably still smash all kinds of records. The only difference it makes that is obviously the bread for AJ won't be as big and the bread for Fury won't be as big. But also all that haggling over who's A side, who's B side, there's no haggling. AJ has no belts to bring to the table. He's comfortably on the B side. Simple. That's all happened. But that fight can still be made with AJ bringing no belts to the table. It still has all those legs in the UK. It's still massive. And it still smashes all kinds of records. I'm so sure of that. And in fact, it will still sell out Wembley. Easily. Yeah. Even if they both had no belts, that fight will sell out Wembley calmly. So, yeah. It is weird. Obviously, I would like AJ to bring the belts to the table. I'd like Fury to have his belt to the table because he still won't be undisputed. But if that's not the case, that's not the case. Like I said, I'm at the stage now where I just want to see all these men fight. I'm tired of all the back and forth between us fans. Oh, he gets killed by him. He gets. Let's see it happen, and let's see what won.
I ideally want to see multiple fights between them two, but
yeah,
I'll present one more scenario.
What
about retirement for Fury?
It's a possibility.
Do you think he will?
No, I don't think he will. It's possible with him because he's kind of achieved what he wanted to achieve, I guess, and had his career-defining marquee moments right in the game. And obviously big on mental health. He's like you said. So yeah, big on mental health. And like you said, he's a big, keen family man, right? But I feel like he's got the bit between his teeth now. He's loving American life. Yes, the bits between his teeth. Like I said before, he's been peacocking up and down America for about a year now. He loves it over there. He loves America. He loves the reception they give him. He's got all these celeb friends wishing him well every single time, blah, blah. They want to see him fight. And he's a fighting man, like he said. So I don't think he'll retire just yet. I still think he plans to fight AJ and Dylan White at least. I don't think he gives a damn about Usyk. But I think he knows there's money in AJ and there's a bit of money in Dylan White as well. So yeah, I think that's what happens.
They even asked him about Usyk and he started talking about
he don't give a damn about Usyk. He ain't trying to fight.
Yeah, he started talking about spending time with his family and all this, and he just won and all that. So
yeah.
But yeah, I think he'll still fight. I think he'll hang about, and I want to see him go down the path you said. Winner of White Wallen, hopefully it's White mandatory, and then winner of Usyk AJ. And then he's drawn his whole plan, but hopefully it's AJ.
Brother, yesterday's fight just told me now I need this white dub desperately on the 30th. No. It's imperative. We need that white dub on the 30th is so imperative. I can't stress how important it is. I need it. Because if White Fury's a good fight. Sorry?
White Fury is a good fight.
Great fight. A lot of people say, oh, White's going to get blasted out in a couple of rounds. No, he won't. Because Fury's not going to fight Dylan White like he fought Deontay Wilder. I promise you that. But yeah, on White, we know he's got the dog in him. So I still think Fury wins, but from an enjoyment perspective, entertainment perspective, it's going to be a great fight, in my opinion. And White needs a shot,
Great build up.
Bro, the pressers. if any press conference with Dylan White, this is a mad thing. This is why I need the Wilder White fight, because that presser would be crazy. They'll probably fight in the press conference. But yeah, he needs a shot, man. And it will hurt me so much if White falls again at this final hurdle. Like he did with Povetkin. That'll piss me off so much.
There's a rematch clause, you know.
What, with Wallen?
Yeah.
Hearn's smart. He knows.
Yeah. There's a rematch clause.
Let's not cap. It's a tough fight. Wallen's really good. It's a tough fight. But yeah, we'll do all that when obviously that time comes. But yeah, that's what I feel for Fury. I hope he takes that plan. There's no other choice in my eyes. If AJ and Usyk are tied up, which they are. We know that now. I mean, he can fight. He can fight again just before they fight or whatever, or just after they fight. Like, yeah, might as well. Stay active. I don't want to see this once every 2 year Tyson. He needs to stay active.
He's outlined the plan anyway. He shared what his plan is. Let's see if he follows through with it. So I think he's got momentum now, so he can run with it.
Yeah,
pay-per-view superstar in America now.
He's a star, big star. We talk about AJ's draw, and we say AJ's probably obviously the biggest draw in heavyweight. He probably is on the planet. But Tyson Fury really has, especially in America, like obviously AJ is still the bigger draw in the UK. But over in America, it's 100% Tyson Fury, boy. 100% Tyson Fury. They don't respect AJ in America. They don't even rate him. They think they've got him losing to the likes of Luis Ortiz, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
But Fury now, he's their kingpin now. Like, obviously, a lot of people still will root for Wilder, and obviously BLM and all that. Obviously, BLM will always root for Wilder. You get me? But yeah, they know that Fury's the one. He's the guy, man. Yeah, but yeah, unless you got anything to add, should we conclude there?
Yeah, happy to leave it there.
Oh, I will say one more thing as well. Obviously, no previews this week, but Mikey Garcia returns next week. Just for his first fight back.
Yeah, he does.
Against Sandor Martin, just a Spanish opponent. I think just someone they just throw at him just to get back in the swing of things. It's good to have him back. I think I called it a couple pods ago. Like, where is Mikey Garcia? What's he doing? But yeah, it's good to have Mikey Garcia back. Really, really good boxer. Yeah, really, really good boxer.
What weight is he fighting at?
I think light welterweight.
Okay, good.
Yeah, obviously we said that move to welterweight to fight Spence was a joke, but I think light welterweight is where he probably should be now. Yeah, good to have him back. I'm a big fan of Mikey Garcia. Very good boxer, very underrated fundamentally as well. Like very solid. But yeah, that's it from me. Once again, hats off, Fury, Wilder. It's been a wonderful trilogy. Literally all three fights were brilliant. Like all three, like it's definitely one of the best trilogies. Heavyweight, we don't really get heavyweight trilogies anyways. But yeah, that final fight capped it off nicely, man. I got my memes. I saw Wilder facepalm on the canvas. Happy days. I got no complaints over here.
Yeah. Enjoyable.
But yeah, it's episode 59 of the SZN Podcast. Once again, I've been your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz. And
make sure you like, subscribe, check us out on all the streaming platforms. Hit the Twitter and Instagram bios. You see the link there. Peace.
Get a strap. I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.